What is a community anymore, Yeti? What I saw your definition, you commented on there. Build on that definition. Build on what you think. And does community still have power? I think it does.
Hmm.
I think you can. Hey, the Diamond Hand fam is looking damn strong. But what the hell is community anymore?
Well, I'm going to use my gym as an example of what community is. But there's another word we need to add into community. I'm not going to say it yet. We'll get there. But I mean, my gym was designed to be group classes only, uh, and the idea, the concept in building it was based on uh, Dunbar's number. You ever heard of Dunbar's number?
I've heard it, but it's been a lot. Like, refresh me on that. Talk
So
about that.
so Dunbar's number is was a philosopher, psychologist idea or theory that a human being can only maintain 150 healthy relationships at one time, right? Excuse me. So I made my business goal as far as membership to be 150 members, right? And then I kind of deconstructed everything as far as like what I would need to charge per person and so on and so forth. However, getting people in is one thing. Keeping somebody there is way more difficult, right?
Hmm.
And I've always used the term as far as business goes in retention, you have to polish the gold. You got to polish your gold. Your people, and now let's tie it into NFT projects. The people in your community, use softly right now, is your investors, the people who have bought your NFTs or bought into your project. Now, what are you going to do to polish that gold? Because we do know that the floor price is determined by the community, the holders. So if you're not happy with your floor price, you need to be looking at how you're polishing your gold, or if you're polishing the gold at all,
Hmm.
right? And that's looking at it from like a leader's perspective or the team of leaders. However, in order to build that community, like everybody needs to feel wanted, but also needed, right?
Hmm.
True community, each person truly in their heart believes that they're a part of something bigger than themselves. And if they're just showing up, to see what the next announcement is, or win Lambo or win floor price, win one ETH, whatever, that's not community. You got people looking to make money. Community is not going to look at the floor price, or if they see the floor price and it's, below what people think a successful floor price would be, but they don't care. They look beyond that. They look at the greater good of the project. They look at what the project's going to be doing for the future. They're willing to hold. They're willing to fucking diamond hand no matter what. Like they're never going to have a minimum of one of your NFTs at all times, forever and ever. That's a community member, right?
Yeah.
But they're also going to, without being asked, talk about their project, right? It becomes theirs. It's no longer the teams or the leaders or the founder of the project, it's theirs, right? They start talking about it as we, right? Not you or I. That's community, right? That other word is culture, right? Culture
Hmm.
is the values within the community. Okay, culture is the values of the community, right? There's a common goal. There's a common mindset. Everybody understands their own strengths for the community and is willing to, maybe push their ego aside and allow somebody that might be stronger in something to take the lead on that, while they also focus on this or this and this, right? there's no butting heads or any, like, it's constructive criticism. It's everything is for the greater good. you know we put aside our differences.
Hmm.
We're all here in this together. But in order to have like true community, I feel like everybody in that community needs to have the same mindset, right? And we do see that in projects, that pump in projects. That's people looking to make money. But we also see people cutting floor and stuff, and that's people just trying to get back their money, or at least some of their money, because they don't really understand, they don't care, or they're just not a true community member. And it does take time to weed that stuff out, right? Weed out those paper hands and get your true community built organically. It takes time and it's rough. There's going to be bumps in the road. But I'd rather take the path less traveled. I'd rather pave that path for the people that are coming behind us, that are going to have more of an understanding. They're going to be more educated, because us here are going to be the ones educating them. And just, it grows onto like the mighty oak, right? The mighty oak, it can only grow up or out.
Can't go back in the ground. I
No.
like that. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Don't go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail." Very, 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 very similar to everything you're saying there. And I don't even fucking look at floor price at all. Like I don't. Unless I am in a degen play, I don't. I don't look at the degen tunes. I don't look
Don't
at
care.
Ether Brews. I don't look at Respected Rhinos. I don't look at Chad and Brad. I don't look at the Woke Zombies. I don't look at the Tribe Quakas. I don't look at the Pirates of the Metaverse. I don't look at the Ape Reunion. I keep naming it all day long. I don't look at a single one. I know some
Mm-hmm.
of them are moving up. I know some of them moved down, but I don't care, because I know in my heart of hearts that these pretty little JPEGs are going to be hieroglyphs on the pyramids. I've been saying it a lot the last few days. I've been coming
I
back to it.
like that. I like
Right?
that.
Just somebody has to be the fucking crazy one to get the technology to market. We can't just drop the next iteration on the internet on everybody. Did you think they just dropped Web 1? No, it was for the longest time. And then slowly people started emailing. Then AIM. And then all this shit started rolling out. And like, that's where we're at in this space right now. And you talked about people knowing their role and their own strengths. If you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of money and you only got one or two or three, but you're diamond handed, you are the voice. You are not the one that holds 50 and can
100%.
sit back and is keeping this project afloat. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
you've dished probably what you can afford. Great. But there are people that are whales that have 100, 200 of some of these projects that I'm invested in, that we're all invested in, that have put their money where their mouth is, and they don't say shit. Their job is to keep the project afloat, to keep continuing, and to put in ideas when they need to. And that's what whales do in this space. That is the whole game of it. And then they start their own projects, they keep moving, they keep grooving. But the people that they aren't whales. Your job is to be screaming from the fucking mountaintops. You are the community members. You are the ones. If you are not every day posting something about your favorite projects, literally one JPEG, fuck yeah, love the Ether Brews. Fuck yeah, love the Chad and Brads. Whatever, you're doing your project a severe disservice. It's just not about having the PFP. It's about going a little bit above and beyond. And one post isn't that fucking hard.